a show that focuses on your personal financial journey and the markets around us. That's Dollars and Cents, Thursday afternoons at 4, here on WSIC.
The following is a paid program and does not necessarily reflect the views of WSIC.
Welcome to Community Centered, a show that features people in the community doing good things. Now, here are your hosts, Debbie O'Handley and Margi Kyle.
Happy Tuesday, Margi. How are you?
I am well. And I'm even better because I have this delicious tea.
So I thought for the month of December, we would start something new and have tea for Tuesday with you and I.
Why does it have to stop in December?
I don't know. I just thought maybe if you didn't like it, we could stop it. But
I
if you
love
like
it.
it, we can carry it on. So I will bring the tea for you every Tuesday. Today you are drinking apple cinnamon with honey.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Good. And I hope it warms you up because, hello, surprise
Oh, my
snow.
gosh.
I was like the best kind when it's a surprise.
That's right.
I think we're all like a little kid. This morning we were all looking out the window going, it snowed.
Well, and I had talked to my friend in Michigan who called last night, and he was telling me all the snow they'd had. And I said, well, that's why we moved here. And then I woke up this morning and sent him that picture.
Yeah.
But sent him another one an hour later and said, but ours is gone.
Fortunately, in North Carolina, the nice thing about our snow is
You blink and it's
by
gone.
noon. Yes. Although there were still some, slippery spots out there, and I heard 77 was a mess. But yeah, surprise snow. So I thought a little tea will warm us up.
Oh, it's wonderful.
It's unusually cold, too. And my palm tree in my yard is not happy.
No.
Maybe our guest today can tell me what I can do to warm up my palm tree.
I think he could. If anybody can, he can.
The previous owners who had the house actually put electric blankets around them. And I'm just like, what?
Oh.
So, yeah, no.
Oh,
I think
that's
we're
going a little too far.
a little bit too far for sure.
Yeah.
So, how was your Thanksgiving?
Well, it had a hard start. My daughter-in-law's mother passed away that morning. So,
Rats.
yeah, I felt badly for her.
Yeah.
But we were blessed by her nephew, wife, and two darling kids, 5 and 7,
Aw.
that just entertained us the whole day.
Nothing says holiday like kids.
No, they were doing cartwheels, and they said, what do we call you? And I said, well, you can call me Grammy. Okay, Grandma.
Maybe not that one.
I know.
So I want to talk to you a moment about the synergy of community, right? So we're called community centered, and I love that. And last week's guests, Vicki from Ronald McDonald House, reached out, and we've been kind of communicating back and forth. So we've rounded up some extra donations that we had at Hope House, and we're gonna partner and share them once a month. She's going to come and pick some things up.
Good.
And I know she's meeting you at your storage.
She
on
comes
Friday.
once a month to us
for
too.
toys. And I love that connection happened, and that we are all hope makers and
right.
making hope happen. And it's delightful to know that all of us play really nice in the sandbox together with each other. And
Why wouldn't we?
well, you never know. There can be some things, but today is Giving Tuesday.
You took that line right away from me.
Sorry, I beat you to it. That's what happens when you're drinking tea. So Giving Tuesday is all about, it started, I think, in the 1970s when, forget who it was. It was one of the bigger organizations decided to suggest donations on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so now it's kind of a thing that all nonprofits put out. It's Giving Tuesday. You should be reminded to give. And that's hard for me to solicit funds like that, because if I want people to give from their heart when they want to give it.
Yeah.
But it is a day that a lot of non-for-profits you'll see will be sending out emails or asking for donations because it is Giving Tuesday. So give what you can when you want to. That's my motto.
Yeah.
And that's how you make hope happen.
And
You
we've
don't
got
always,
a full storage full
you don't
of
always have to be
toys.
giving monetary donations either. There's things that you can give, like your time. You can offer to volunteer. You can give at Hope House by baking a meal or tutoring a child. And I know you've got the boat parade coming up. So
Yes.
giving toys to children that are in need is a great idea too. Nothing says holiday like giving to people that are in need in our community.
Well, and I don't want any child hurting.
No, not this time of year.
No.
Not at all.
No.
I get way too many of those across my phone and my email, of people inquiring about space at Hope House, and we have to turn a lot of folks away. So that's that's heartbreaking. But the ones that are there are going to be blessed abundantly, and that to me is amazing.
I did see on Facebook new trend this year, pajamas for kids that you color.
What?
Yeah, they're adorable.
Okay. And
I was
then
gonna,
what stops them from coloring the day after Christmas on other clothes?
or how about the sofa?
Yes. You have to be careful with those kind of things. Cute trend, but I'm
It
not
comes
so
with
sure.
some education.
Yes, I
Yeah.
think so, and some support and guidance for sure. I want to give a shout out to the In the Wind Bar in Huntersville. It's kind of a different concept, but it is a Mission Church of Lake Forest Church, and it is in a bar on Sundays at 11 o'clock.
Oh my
It's called the
gosh.
Barstool Pastor. And they are a
This
bunch
is
of
new.
Harley driving dudes and girls that drive their bikes right up to the bar on Sunday morning and hear the gospel and hear some good news. So every year at Christmas, they try to come to Hope House and spread
I
a
thought
little
I'd
cheer.
heard everything.
I know. And I want to tell you, they are the most compassionate, kind, glorious bunch of knuckleheads that you will ever meet. And
Well, and we have some true Christians here too that are
and
coming and going to
I
join
know,
us.
and I'm excited about both of our guests
I know.
today. Two completely different personalities and two completely different things that they're going to be suggesting people get involved with in our community. But I love it.
Yeah,
That's what community centered is all
that's
about.
right. Yeah.
So, what else have you got for us?
Well, we're going to do the color direction in January,
Okay.
and I'm going to get Macintosh Law to get one of their lawyers to come and talk about the importance of a will,
Oh, good.
because I think that is extremely important for everybody.
Absolutely.
And it's a good time to think about
Sure.
your will the first of the year.
Absolutely, I think so. And
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what the trends in colors are.
I'm not going to tell you right now.
I think agreeable gray is out.
Thank heavens.
Yes, I think I never got on that trend
Yeah,
myself.
I was on the board that did the color selections.
Okay,
And that is fascinating.
I bet.
I was working for Para Paints, which is now Sherwin-Williams. And there are probably about 5 to 10,000 of us that are chosen in the all industries. And you have to come with 12 new colors that have never been in the system before
Oh wow.
with a trend behind it.
Oh wow. Very cool.
Yeah. And then you fight for your colors.
Really? And then is it
And then-
done by vote?
Yes. And then we do vote and we come up with a palette of about maybe 8 to 10 new colors.
Very cool.
Very earthened. Very earthened.
Okay.
So when we come back, we will hear some music from our group, Heaven Reigns,
Nice.
and we will talk to Buddy Phillips.
That is awesome. That is when we come back from our
Yes.
commercial break. So
So
listeners,
don't go away.
if you have a question for Buddy or our next guest, Chris, you can always call the studio at 844-STUDIO-4. We will be on standby waiting for your call. I know we're going to give out a lot of information in the next segment on how folks can be involved with Heaven Reigns concert.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
stay tuned. We'll be right back shortly after
Beautiful
the
way
station
to
break.
start the Christmas.
There's still good in our community. It's community centered with Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle on WSIC, presented by Macintosh Law.
Well, nothing like a little bit of snow to make it feel more like the holidays. Maybe you saw it late last night, or if you were up in the overnight hours, it's gone now. Sunny, cold, and breezy for our Tuesday afternoons. Temperatures climb up into the low 40s. We'll drop back to around 20 tonight. Outlying spots and farms could even wake up to the teens Wednesday morning. Sunshine, and we get back into the upper 40s, near 50 for Wednesday afternoon. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
The WSIC app is available now wherever you get your apps, featuring local deals from great local businesses like iCats Public Transit.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Christmas in Davidson returns on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Santa's arrival and the tree lighting ceremony will be Thursday, December 5th at 6 p.m. The lighting of the downtown Statesville Christmas tree is set for Thursday, December 5th. Enjoy classic holiday songs at 6 p.m., watch Santa arrive in style, and see the tree lit at 6:45. Train rides will be available to kids of all ages, while horse-drawn carriage rides will surround you with sights and sounds of the holidays. Then on Friday, make plans to stop by Statesville City Hall for the shop and stroll and Santa Central. See you Thursday and Friday in downtown Statesville for Christmas and holiday fun. This Friday, downtown Mooresville presents the first of 2 Mistletoe Sippin' Shops. Downtown's unique shops and businesses will offer open houses. Bring your favorite people and enjoy shopping small this holiday season. Downtown Mooresville hosts the Mistletoe Sippin' Shop Friday from 6 p.m. until 8 along Main and Broad Streets. The North Mecklenburg Holiday Parade will take place Saturday at 1 p.m. The parade begins in Davidson and follows Highway 115 to the conclusion on Catawba Avenue in Cornelius. Visit townofdavidson.org for information. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through Sunday, January 5th. The Holiday Light Show features more than 5 million lights on a 4-mile course through the Oval, Pit Road, and infield. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
All community, all the time. Macintosh Law presents Community Centered on 105.9, 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
There's a sweet, sweet spirit in this place, and I know that it's the spirit of the Lord.
Wow.
There are sweet expressions on each face.
Well, I would like to welcome our guest, Buddy Phillips, who's part of Heaven Reigns. And what a beautiful way to start the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And now, when you have a concert coming up very soon.
Yes, on Saturday.
Well, that's very soon.
It's coming Saturday, yeah, the 7th
Yeah.
of December. We're having
And
a
where is
concert.
that?
It's at Mount Zion United Methodist Church here
Okay.
in Cornelius.
Yes.
So it's on Zion Avenue, and the Christmas parade will take place between Davidson and Cornelius earlier that day. And so when the traffic clears out, we hope to open the doors at 4:00 and be ready for the concert at 4:30 on
Oh,
Saturday.
and, you know, you've done it every year for many years.
Well, the recent years we haven't, only because of COVID and some other
Well,
things. But
yeah.
we did have a benefit concert. It was our first Christmas concert for Warrior Jace.
Oh,
you may
yes.
you may
Yes. I
have
know him.
heard of that.
Oh, very
Uh,
much so.
So we had a benefit concert then, and just on the heels of that, COVID came along, and of course there weren't a lot of in-person opportunities for us to go and sing. So we've
Yeah.
been a little bit slower over the last couple of years than we were before that. So we've been together about 10 years.
Yeah. And
And
you don't just sing for Mount Zion, you're all over.
yes, we've had several different types of opportunities. We did one, as I said, for Warrior Jace, the benefit concert for him, and actually we did that over 2 nights and raised a lot of money for
Wow.
starting that foundation. But we did one for the fallen officers in Mecklenburg County,
Mhm.
those that have lost their life in the line of duty. And that was a real special event, as the families were there, and we were honoring those. As you saw in the video, John Sarver, our tenor,
Yes.
it sings in the rafters, so to speak. John is a lieutenant here with the Cornelius Police Department.
Yes.
And Mike Jackson is the lead singer, sings
Okay.
melody most of the time.
Mhm.
On the far,
As he should.
yeah, exactly. And then Larry Horton,
He's
our
the bass.
Yes, he keeps us
Oh.
grounded,
I
so to
bet.
speak. And then
He just rocks the building.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I do baritone. I kind of paint, notes in the middle, and sometimes they pull me up into the rafters with them, and rarely does Larry let me sing down low with him. But nonetheless, it's we learned over time that we've got kind of a nice blend. If you heard us individually, um, we're not great soloists, and we're not professional singers. You saw Jonathan, a policeman. Mike does creative audio. He owns his own business. I retired recently from the electric utility, and Larry has recently retired from
Yes.
heating and air conditioning as a project manager. So we're not professional musicians, but together we come up with a pretty good blend. And
Yeah.
we've got a little bit of a following with some of the local folks.
And you
we-
do a
That's
lot of
awesome.
funerals, and probably will start to do a lot of weddings and other gigs.
Well, we do christenings. We love doing that.
Oh, yeah.
Funerals are tough. We do
Yes.
those at times, but after the family eulogizes the person, it's kind of hard for us to get up and.
That's right.
But it's something that they've requested, and we're glad to do it.
Yeah.
We traveled to many other churches. We've done some concerts in South Carolina and around, but it's a local group with a local
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah.
Now we do gospel music, which is a lot like the Gaither Vocal Band,
Mhm.
if you've heard of them and that type of music. The Christmas music we're doing this weekend will be a variety of different things. There'll be old carols that folks will find familiar and bring
Yeah.
back all those familiar memories.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's some new stuff that is kind of upbeat and will be a lot of fun. So with that, we hope people come out and enjoy the music. We're doing it early in the month.
For the people who can't drive at night. Thank
Well,
you.
Mostly, yeah. We're trying to get it done before daylight ends, but we're doing it early in the month of December so that folks can just start to get in the Christmas spirit. There's so many
Yes.
things that happen. We try to pack in so many parties and meals and presents and travel and all that goes with that. So we're saying if we do something early in the month, then folks can go and enjoy it and not be in the middle of all that pressure.
Yeah.
So that's the big idea, and it is a benefit for the Mount Zion Forward in Faith initiative.
Mhm.
So that initiative it's kind of a rebuilding, if you will. It's we've got a 70-year-old building that we have here in Cornelius, but we're coming up on our 200-year anniversary in a couple of years. So this Forward in Faith initiative is to revitalize our facility
Yes.
in alignment with that 200-year anniversary. And it's also to just pull the congregation together, in a lot of ways. The United Methodist Church has had some challenges over the last couple of years, and
Yeah.
this is just a way of rebuilding and restoring and getting folks kind of spiritually tuned back in with one another. So that's what the benefit this weekend is all about, the Forward in Faith
Okay.
campaign.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Tell me, how did you pull this together, you four gentlemen? Did you just hear each other sing one day and say, hey, we should all sing together? Or
Well,
what happened?
the three of us were in the choir together.
Okay.
John and myself and Mike, all three sang in the choir there at Mount Zion. And, we recognized that, I can carry a tune,
Mhm.
sort of. And
Sort of.
so we started singing together, the three of us, but we didn't have a bass. We were looking for a bass, and Larry Horton is he stands out front. His job, as he sees it, is to welcome folks through
yeah.
the front door, and he's awesome at doing that, and knows everyone by name. And
Yeah.
if you're visiting, he'll recognize that too, and make you feel at home. But in any way, he can't be in the choir and an usher at the same time, so he doesn't sing in the choir. I didn't know he had any musical talent at all. But as it turns out, played the trumpet in high school and was quite the musician. And he heard us sing and said, they could really use a bass. They're really missing a good section. So anyway, Larry raised his hand and said, I'd like to sing with you guys. And we were looking for a bass at the time. And so,
cool.
just great to have him a part of that. And it's more than just the music. It's the fact that we have grown to really become close friends and almost brothers in some way.
I was going to say brothers, yeah.
Over these years. We fight like brothers and we love like brothers and all those kind of things.
That's
so.
right.
I would imagine it's a very spiritual experience too, to be together singing in the church and bringing back those old carols, because so many of the churches nowadays are singing all the new tunes, right? So to have some of the old tunes is really, what we all remember.
Yeah.
Have you played at Williams Place in Davidson?
Yes.
I thought so.
Twice.
You look familiar. My mom is there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and she every single time she'll say, the most magnificent men came. And I'm like, okay, were they singing? Please tell me. So,
Well, I'm glad that she gave us a good report.
yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
enjoyed
Thank you for
going to
doing
those.
that. That's
Mhm.
lovely, because they remember the old carols and the old songs, and that
Well,
brings
it
back
just
a lot of
brings
good
back
memories.
so many
Yes.
memories.
I think so. And
Yeah.
what a lovely way to start off this holiday season,
Yeah.
even though it feels like it's already started with snow and Thanksgiving and flipping the page to December.
Mhm.
I love the opportunity to just slow down for a minute and
Mm-hmm.
almost like finding the place in the stable, right? Where you can just lay down and just hear the softness and just get enveloped in the music. So thank you for doing that. I
Yeah.
think that sounds lovely.
Yes, it is.
And what a nice way to
treat.
spend your Saturday late afternoon. And then there's obviously other parties going on in our community. So I think it's a nice way to kick off the festivities
That's
over
right.
there at Mount Zion, which is located where?
Across from the fire department on Statesville
Mm-hmm.
or Zion
It's on Zion Avenue.
Zion Avenue. Yeah.
In Cornelius?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And the parade is when?
The parade, I believe, starts at 1 o'clock in Davidson and makes its way down to Cornelius.
Oh, it does. Okay.
And it will end there. And some of the floats and those that are marching in the parade will actually end at Mount Zion.
Okay.
But it should be open by 4 o'clock.
Should be all cleared out for
Yeah.
you.
Well in
Okay.
advance of that, so that folks can come and here we will have some other musicians
That
we'll
will
have
be playing from
carolers,
4,
and we'll
yeah.
have some other musicians that kind of
Nice.
get you
Yeah.
in the mood.
Yeah.
And then we start at 4:30 and we'll go for about an hour, and then if you have time we'll have a little drop in after that.
Nice.
And it's all to as you said, just to let the music just wash over you.
Mhm.
And also if you decide that you want to give, it being Giving Tuesday, if you want to give, then we certainly would encourage you to do that toward the Forward in Faith campaign.
Well, thank you
Lovely.
so much for joining us
Thank
today.
you for coming, buddy.
And I hope everybody stays with us because we have Chris Smiley from the White House Garden who has moved and is just going to decorate the outside of your house. I hope.
Thank you, buddy, once again for what you're doing for our community. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You bet.
Crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the sky.
More Community Centered, presented by Macintosh Law and hosted by Debbie O'Hanley and Margi Kyle, on the way from 105.9, 100.7 WSIC.
Well, nothing like a little bit of snow to make it feel more like the holidays. Maybe you saw it late last night, or if you were up in the overnight hours, it's gone now. Sunny, cold, and breezy for our Tuesday afternoons. Temperatures climb up into the low 40s. We'll drop back to around 20 tonight. Outlying spots and farms could even wake up to the teens Wednesday morning. Sunshine, and we get back into the upper 40s, near 50 for Wednesday afternoon. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
So this new dose is... nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Family, quality, value. With a legacy of excellence for over 40 years, Horn Heating and Air Conditioning will make your house feel like a home. Welcome home to the feeling of HornHVAC.com.
Hey folks, you know Randy Marion Ford Lincoln in Statesville is known for the prices and selection, but I tell you what, you may not have known the distinction that this store received with Ford and Lincoln this year. We received the President's Award for 2023 for Ford for the 5th year in a row. We also received it for Lincoln for the first year, and I tell you, those awards don't come easily. It all boils down to taking care of the customers and having the vehicles you want in stock for you to buy.
Bob McIntosh here with the McIntosh Law Firm in Davidson. Serving this community has been a collective passion of our law firm since 1997. We offer the quality legal services and results you would expect from a large downtown firm, but with a personal, community-focused approach right here at home. The McIntosh Law Firm, your local legal resource.
To learn more about the McIntosh Law Firm, visit McIntoshLawFirm.com.
Are you in constant pain, under constant stress, just need a moment away? Repeat after me, Serenity Now Massage Therapy. SerenityNowMassageandWellness.com, with locations in Mooresville and Cornelius.
Prioritizing your health is one of the best ways to take care of yourself. From routine visits to the joys of pregnancy, to the illnesses that stop you in your tracks, Iredell Health System will be by your side. Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
24/7 worldwide, non-stop.
WSIC.
Local starts here.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The 5-day holiday weekend brought out plenty of shoppers. In fact, the National Retail Federation says 197 million shopped in stores and online, the second highest number in the survey's history. The number of online shoppers was down a bit from last year, but the number of those shopping in stores was up. Amazon is ramping up its artificial intelligence offerings, rolling out powerful new chip arrays and a large language model it says can compete with leading rivals. We heard yesterday Intel had ousted its CEO, Pat Gelsinger, after the board lost confidence in his turnaround plan for the company. Today we're learning he's set to receive as much as $10 million in severance pay. Markets remain mixed. The Dow is down 0.1. The S&P is wavering a fraction either way. The Nasdaq, though, is up 0.2. I'm Nancy Lyons, Bloomberg Radio.
The best talk all day long.
WSIC.
Local starts here. Call 844-STUDIO-4 now to join the community center discussion on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Presented by McIntosh Law.
Welcome back. I want to thank Buddy Phillips for being our guest and bringing a beautiful presentation for December 7th. Please come if you can. It'll start your holiday off with a beautiful, beautiful music. And now to introduce the third person I met when I moved here 30 years ago, Chris Smiley, White House Gardens.
Thanks, Marty. So good to be here. Good to see you, especially at Christmas time when you're always Mrs. Claus.
That's right. Putting out. And she's wearing her Wonder Woman pin today.
Wonder Woman pin on. And I got the memo, but I didn't have my glasses on. When you
Would
said
you
it was,
like some jewelry?
Well, no, it was Tuesday for
Oh,
Tuesday.
yeah.
And I thought it was Tito's.
Oh.
So excuse me if, as we move the show along.
I think
if
that sounds
start-
better.
I know. It's just like, I don't have my glasses all the time. And Tito's, potato,
Gotcha.
potato.
Same
All right.
same thing.
Well,
same
you
thing.
have moved from Cornelius, and I miss the White House. As I said, we were reminiscing about the first time I met you, and I said, I will buy these trees if you deliver them and plan on staying for a couple hours, because you had shared with me you were from Canada and my husband was from Canada. And
Yeah.
you two hit it off and played hockey together for 30 years and just.
It was a great friendship that was introduced by you. And I think I might have overstayed my visit quite a few nights because I know there was no time that we had 1 or 2 beers. It was getting into double figures most often. And we truly miss him. He was a gentleman amongst gentlemen. And you guys are a great couple. And
Thank
fond
you.
memories of you and me.
But I just love your new place over in Denver. Tell us where you are located now.
We're on Business 16. It's 1612 on Business 16 North from Cornelius. It's 12 miles. It's
It's not that big a
18,
deal.
Not
Yeah.
that big a deal. People think it's a different time zone, and it's a totally cool vibe. It's a very, very, very awesome place. We had some great times in Cornelius.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know, and you could fact check and probably prove me wrong, but we are one of the oldest businesses to stay on West Catawba Avenue, including banks,
Yes.
grocery stores,
Yes.
bars, things. White House Garden, we were over at the same location for 30 years, and 30 great years. And, it's part of the evolution. It's, what's going to go there now. It's going to be a good development. The guys are going to do a good job. Everything is positive. And we've transitioned over to the other side of the lake, which really isn't that far.
No, it
Still
isn't.
part of the community. We're a Lake Norman community.
Yes, you are.
Well, you've
And-
got so much more to offer over there.
We have a different, a few
Maybe
different
you
menu
show
items, I
a few
guess.
pictures of what's on the outside and what's inside.
Yeah, we've expanded our product line, and we changed things up. We always, it was
Okay,
great
you're ready
motivation
for
us.
Christmas, and you had a great party a couple weeks ago.
Well, we have great parties almost every week.
I know
over
you do.
there.
I know
It's,
you do.
there's-
But there's so much in your showroom and in the yard.
Yeah, and we're in a partnership too with the Red Barn Marketplace. Who, without them, this couldn't have happened. And Jake and Laura Siegel and the girls that work there, I can't say.
So
enough
you sell
praise for them.
outside furniture too.
We do most products for outdoors, which is the biggest room in your house, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
What's
that's
the biggest room in
right.
your house?
Yeah,
The outside.
and look, I love the water fountains.
I do too.
And we've been doing the fountains for about 25 years.
I was going to say forever.
And it was just simple organic evolution into that. That's a lot of big words for a guy from Nova Scotia. I got some coaching in the parking lot. I say big words before I came up here. But it's been a niche that we found out, and we've got fantastic crew. And we found a little specialty, and we go all over the Southeast. And last month we delivered a fountain to the Intercontinental Hotel in San Diego.
Oh my gosh!
Going up on the 19th floor.
Where did the Yeti end up?
The Yeti has ended up many places.
Yes,
and
he was an enigma when you would drive by or stopped in traffic on West Catawba.
now he's actually a Bigfoot in this, in this,
okay,
in this
okay,
area.
Yep.
Yeah, a Yeti. I don't know if there is an actual thing as a Yeti.
Okay.
But he's a Bigfoot.
Yeah, he's a Bigfoot.
Sasquatch. And we have one available if anyone has one in there.
Okay.
He keeps coming back.
Yeah, he
Now they're
does.
fun.
They are fun.
We have this stuff that's fun. Don't take any of this stuff.
I
too
know the
serious. It's fun.
butterflies, the smiley
Butterfly.
faces, all of it is so
Oh,
the
yeah.
peace sign.
But there's a lot of functional things too.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of functional things and feel good products. And we've really found, especially during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
and we were a business that was fortunate to be able to stay open during COVID.
Mhm.
And people were, because we had a big outdoor presence, they were able to come
And feel
shop,
comfortable.
feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
Yep.
And people's needs changed. They couldn't travel, they couldn't go to restaurants, and they needed a feel good thing.
That's right.
And we were very fortunate with our suppliers and our manufacturers to be able to continue to have lots of products. So, we didn't didn't have much sleep a lot of those nights, and I went home and went right to bed and up before, in a few hours afterwards. But we had a good time, and great staff during that time too. It was very challenging, as a lot of people were.
Yeah. But, I love the fact that you're creating the movement indoors, out, outdoors, in,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and finishing the products.
yeah, and to me, it's almost two separate professions, and your profession is indoor.
Right.
I work outdoors, and it's some of the same, um, principles behind it.
Yes. Yeah.
But there's also some very unique things to each one, and I always like to let the client don't underestimate what they can bring to the table because they are the user. And one of my things that we've always taught with our staff is try to get as much information out of them. And
Yes.
sometimes it's by process of elimination.
That's right.
If we might have 200 fountains, and if they can look at 90 they don't like, and then maybe just back and forth, you might narrow it down to 4 or 5, like going to a Greek restaurant, looking at the menu. it's like, so, so we are bringing the inside out. And with furniture, you have outdoor
That's right.
furniture,
Yep.
outdoor cooking areas. Some of our statues, it's like a painting on the
Yes.
wall.
I was going to say, yeah.
Bars, you have bars inside and outside.
Yeah.
And, we decorate things, and especially around the Lake Norman community. I mean, whether it be a courtyard, whether it be an apartment, there's different things that people can use. And whether it be from my store or any store, you just got to look at being outside and just having some sort of an accessory.
Yeah. And finishing a space.
Is it mostly residential, Chris, or do you do some commercial things too?
We do a large amount of commercial throughout the Southeast. We do a lot of apartment buildings.
I was going to say,
planters,
lobbies, and
hotels. We do a lot of commercial and residential, and all spectrums of the residential area. And we were very well known in the Denver area, and now our geographic area has pretty much stayed the same from by moving over there, because we draw a lot from Charlotte and the Hickory. We even have clients in Florida. We have clients in New York. Clients in California.
Fabulous.
It doesn't make us better than anybody or bigger than anybody. It's just the way that.
I would imagine that was quite the interesting move, because those aren't light things that we're talking about. Those are, my husband would be like, "Oh, I can't move that." I'm like, "There's people that can do that, so don't make that stop you."
Yeah, I was kind of like the orchestra conductor.
Yeah.
And just pointing, clicking. It was a good team. It was a team effort. It took about 3 months.
It was hot too. I think I remember.
It was cold to start off. We just started off in March and finished it in May. And
well, I sure miss driving by there and seeing that White House there.
I do too.
Yeah.
It was such a
we
landmark.
gotta have the positive spin, girls. We gotta just go up 16. It's just
Well, I did.
Yeah, you did, and you have.
It's such a growing area over there too. I think
It
it's
is.
up and coming.
Yeah.
There's lots of things happening over there, and
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of summer lake traffic because there's a lot of folks over there that are on the lake. But what a great location for you!
I
Really.
had no idea. It's fun. It's revitalized myself. My wife Mary is very much involved in it, and one thing, and something we can talk to it, bring it up more, is the amount of community aspect that the people at the Red Barn have, which are very fortunate to be able to combine with.
Oh, you do. Such a great addition.
Yeah, and we are, all sorts of different events and different things that we're doing donations and drives for. It's
perfect.
It's been, I've slowed down some of the business side, but sort of picked up on that side of me personally. So it's been very
hold that
fulfilling.
thought when we come back.
We're gonna talk about
We'll
that.
talk about it.
All
Chris
right,
Smiley.
grab another Tito's.
Call 844-STUDIO-4 now to join the community center discussion on 105.9 100.7 WSIC. Presented by Macintosh Law.
Well, nothing like a little bit of snow to make it feel more like the holidays. Maybe you saw it late last night, or if you were up in the overnight hours, it's gone now. Sunny, cold, and breezy for our Tuesday afternoons. Temperatures climb up into the low 40s. We'll drop back to around 20 tonight. Outlying spots and farms could even wake up to the teens Wednesday morning. sunshine, and we get back into the upper 40s, near 50 for Wednesday afternoon. That's your forecast from the WSIC Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Chase Myers.
Here is your WSIC community calendar. Christmas in Davidson returns on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Santa's arrival and the tree lighting ceremony will be Thursday, December 5th at 6 p.m. on the town green. Christmas in Davidson runs nightly from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. The lighting of the downtown Statesville Christmas tree is set for Thursday, December 5th. Enjoy classic holiday songs at 6 p.m., watch Santa arrive in style, and see the tree lit at 6:45. Train rides will be available to kids of all ages, while horse-drawn carriage rides will surround you with sights and sounds of the holidays. Then on Friday, make plans to stop by Statesville City Hall for the Shop and Stroll and Santa Central. See you Thursday and Friday in downtown Statesville for Christmas and holiday fun. This Friday, downtown Mooresville presents the first of 2 Mistletoe Sippin' Shops. Downtown's unique shops and businesses will offer open houses, store specials, treats, and more. Bring your favorite people and enjoy shopping small this holiday season. Downtown Mooresville hosts the Mistletoe Sippin' Shop Friday from 6 p.m. until 8 along Main and Broad Streets. The North Mecklenburg Holiday Parade will take place Saturday at 1 p.m. The parade begins in Davidson and follows Highway 115 to the conclusion on Catawba Avenue in Cornelius. Visit townofdavidson.org for information. Speedway Christmas at Charlotte Motor Speedway is happening now through Sunday, January 5th. The Holiday Light Show features more than 5 million lights on a 4-mile course through the oval, pit road, and infield. Speedway Christmas tickets and information are available at charlottemotorspeedway.com. To keep up with all the events happening around the community and much more, including amazing local deals, download the WSIC News app today.
Now back to Community Centered, presented by Macintosh Law, only on 1059 100.7 WSIC. Local starts here.
Welcome back. I have a question for you. I'm pretending that I don't know what I'm doing.
I can come up with an answer, I promise you. So that's not a problem.
For somebody who doesn't know what to do in their backyard or their little patio, do you have somebody that could come out and help them plan?
Well, we don't really have that. What we encourage people to do is to bring pictures into the store.
Okay.
And that gets them involved with seeing some of our items. Our staff can look at the pictures and get an idea of what's going on there. And then we can refer them to some of the landscape architects and designers that we work with.
Okay. So you do have people that you do
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
work with and refer.
We like to engage the professionals. We are sort of the, I call it not really the chefs, but we're the line item cooks that will put the materials together with some help from the chef, which may say, hey, let's get these ingredients together for the customers.
Okay.
So we just have a lot of materials, and we do have the odd idea, but the customer has so many ideas that they don't even know about. They're a designer themselves by using it, and that's a line I like to let people stick with it. You know, being a user is a designer.
Yeah.
I think we saw in one of the pictures a beautiful fountain, and it's cold outside. Is there any kind of maintenance, or what do you do with these beautiful fountains?
Well, on a day like today, it's too late because it was so cold, so cold.
Put twinkle lights around them.
But yesterday we were winterizing fountains.
Yes.
Everything's drained, minimal amount of maintenance on them, but like anything that's outside, it would be a car, a boat, furniture.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as no maintenance,
right?
But there's low maintenance, and it's like anything in the ground. You know, the better you look after it, the better it's going to reward you.
Sure.
So that's a big thing.
They make such a visual statement. They're so beautiful.
I love
aren't
the sound of what
I do too. I think
running
they're
water.
just beautiful. We had one that we inherited when we bought our home that was purchased from you. It's huge, and we used to have a 96-pound chocolate lab who thought it was his own personal swimming pool. Around and around and around he would go, and I just love having it on.
We have people that bring their pets to help them choose the fountain.
I would
because
imagine.
some of the dogs are frightened of the water.
Yeah.
The dogs are family members,
Mhm.
and not just the husband or the wife. And a bit of a fallacy too, that they think that the wife is the one that has a lot of the decision making in the yard. It's really 50-50. I've seen some not down dragging out flights, but I've seen some people that kind of made me feel uncomfortable when they were arguing about which fountain to do. Was
Oh
it
my
going to be a
gosh.
lion or is it going to be a boy and a girl with an umbrella? And that's when we usually keep the fridge full of a couple beers or a
Some
glass of wine,
refreshments,
just to ease it off. Well, it usually works.
Time out. Maybe you go in your corner and
Yeah.
you go in yours.
Yeah, if you got a problem,
and we'll
solve
settle
it.
this,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we have fun over there. I don't know if you could tell that I'm not a person.
You know
that
what? You
doesn't-
put the FUN in fun, Chris, I
do.
think. And with the last name of Smiley,
Right.
I think you were born into fun.
Well, yeah. Then I got a fun wife too, so she's
Yes, you do.
she's fun and patient.
Yes.
She's two big words right there.
Yes,
We use a lot.
absolutely. How long you been married?
12 years. Margie, you were at our
I
wedding. We've been
sure
together
was.
over 20 years.
Yeah.
And well, tonight being Tea Tuesday, I sent her the memo too. It's Tito's Tuesday. So, we'll keep it in the family.
There you go.
Okay, our dog Oscar.
You'll be thinking on Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll be having tea.
But-
Tea for Tuesday. That's awesome. What do you think is your number one selling product?
Tito's. No, that's a great question. And it's changed over the years. It's evolved. We used to do green goods, and then we evolved into fountains. So it's about a third, being a third pottery, a third fountains,
Yeah.
and a third furniture.
Yeah.
And with that, division is about 30% commercial and about 70% residential.
Okay. Very
And
cool.
that's been kind of steady for the last few years.
Yeah. Would you say this is one of your busiest times of the season or?
No,
it's
this is
spring?
actually a shoulder season.
Yeah.
And I call it the 100 days on, starting in March. We go March, April, May into June. And, but with the new move that we've had this year, this has been a busy year for us. We've had the move, new location, logistics involved in that. Now we're set up, getting inventory in for 2025, new designs, new colors.
Yeah.
I'll be going to Vietnam in the spring, I'll probably going February. And we work directly with the manufacturers that we import our own pottery, work designing colors, designing textures, designing sizes. And I've been doing that for 20 years. One of the longest, probably not many people have been doing it as long as we have. And it wasn't that I was expecting to make a vocation of it. It's just I like to travel.
Yeah.
And ended up with some crazy times in
Very
Vietnam.
cool. Tell me, is that shipped by cargo then back?
Absolutely, yeah. We have 40-foot containers that
Yeah.
turn up, and usually there's not much broken. We did have one time coming up 77, came all the way from Vietnam, rolling up 77, and the whole container tipped over, and we had most of it sold, and it was quite an ordeal. Get that call and then deal with it, and then we had orders we had to fill from other customers. So
Holy smokes!
I had to. Yeah, anyway, hey, one of those
That
things.
was
It's
not a
called
good
doing
day.
business.
Yeah.
Called doing business, right?
Yeah.
It's
Life in the fast lane.
Well, sometimes it's a fast lane.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
We're cruising into the slower lane right now this time of year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we catch our breath a little bit. We've had some fundraising efforts for different charities that they work with in Denver and Western North Carolina this year. And now we're just starting a Toys for Tots drive that started for the children in Western North Carolina. That just started this week. And we have a drop-off location there. And we're White House Gardens Christmas party coming back after 20 years. So if you're listening to this, you're invited.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and it's a party not to miss.
I heard mention during the break about a snake at Christmas party.
We've had
was it that
lots.
kid?
Well, that name became non-disclosure on the name, but yeah, he did bring a snake, and
And it wasn't a small little thing.
it was a
It
big
was
snake.
huge.
If you're gonna bring a snake to a party, bring a big snake.
Yeah,
Well,
heck
yeah.
yeah, heck yeah.
We've got something really special in store. I mean, the snake was so 1999. So This is big time now. We're going.
Probably a bear or something.
Well, yeah, you got to come.
Something along those lines.
You don't
Okay.
know.
Okay.
You don't know.
When's the party?
It's Saturday, December 7th.
Okay.
After the concert.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7
See,
o'clock.
you can get yourself
Yeah.
started there
Yeah.
and move on there to Denver. Denver's a great little town.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
some really
I found it's an easy to get a crowd to a party.
Yep.
It's an easy recipe. You free booze and food, and they will come.
imagine that.
You know, throw a band in there, and they will stay.
Imagine that.
So,
That's amazing. Good for you. You're doing good stuff in this community, Chris,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
always
appreciate it
has.
and value your effervescent personality that you bring to
I
the
just love the
table.
community. I love what I do. And you've heard it, the cliche, you know, if I've never worked a day in my life. I guess but in this instance, it's kind of true. It's and with press the reset button in the last 6 months with the new opportunity that we have over in Denver, and couldn't be happier. And my wife is she's just like in there every step of the way, and couldn't be more thankful for that.
I don't know if you know this, but I know someone who had a son who worked with you. And I think when I would talk to him about his experience with you, he would say kind of like a mentor. He's really not like a boss. He's just like really cool to talk to and hang out with. And I think that's so important for our young men now that they don't get that everywhere. So the fact that you bring that as an additional piece of the business,
I think it's wonderful.
is really a wonderful statement and really a statement about your personality.
Well, we enjoy them.
Because you expect a lot of hard work out of them.
It's a hard job.
Mhm.
There's nothing easy about that, and it's physical. It's hot or bad conditions. Usually it's time sensitive because we're running around
Sure.
and I grew up doing that kind of things, and I expect everyone else in the world has, but they really haven't. And
Nope.
then when they come to me, I sometimes but again, my wife would say it's been a good year if we haven't had an assault charge from an employee, and this has been a good year. So,
You're absolutely right about that. I would second that for you.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Yeah,
I
you gotta
think
do
that
it. Important things.
Nobody teaches anybody how to do hard work.
No.
And the expectation is, oh, well, I'm going to get rewarded just because I showed up. So
we've had
thank
some
you.
fantastic employees over 30 years.
Yeah, I bet.
And literally hundreds.
I bet.
And I think I can call every one of them a friend.
Yeah.
And we've invited to weddings, to bar mitzvahs, to everything.
And I bet you drive
christenings.
around this beautiful Lake Norman area and you know where your fountains are, you know where your pottery
That's
is,
a good point.
you know where your furniture is, and you can really, there's got to be a certain satisfaction in that,
It
knowing
is.
that you contributed to that.
That's right.
It is. And I always say my job is so special doing that way, where if I was a drainage engineer,
Right.
you drive around and say, yeah, there's 10 miles of drainage pipe in the ground over there. And we put one planter there and everyone gets to see it.
Yeah.
So very fortunate that way. But it's not just in Lake Norman, it's Charlotte, South Carolina,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
So we can go, but Cornelius is home.
You're your own advertising, right? People can say, oh my gosh, your fountain is so beautiful. Where did you get it? House Pottery. That is
Yeah, we do it
perfect.
organically. We don't do a hard sell. We just kind of have fun, and I call it overnight success after 30 years.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
And,
thing. You deserve a vacation.
I wouldn't know what to do.
I think you know what to do.
I wouldn't know
And I
what
think
to
you
do.
know where you're going as well.
Where? Come on, you got to say it.
I know. Somewhere warm and tropical is
blushing.
what I'm
Come
hoping.
on.
Nah, never
Okay.
question. Listen, we want to wish you a very happy holiday
Yes.
season. Thank you for contributing to the aesthetic of this beautiful area and knowing that, you're making hope happen.
Thank you for having me on, and what
Yeah.
you girls are doing too. It's a lot for the community, so thank you.
We
You're more
appreciate
than
it.
welcome.
Thank you. Happy Giving Tuesday. And remember, little smiles and Hope House.
Tito's Tuesday.
Yes.
I think I might go have to have one now.
Serving you better than ever before. WSIC